So today I said, you know what, I'm going to challenge my creativity and I'm going to combine some crap that I have lying around in my room, because we all have crap that's literally lying around, and make something really useful out of it. And I thought, why not use an Altoids tin to store SD cards? Now, obviously, there are millions of projects online that you can just 3D print and make it work for an Altoids tin. But unfortunately, I don't have a 3D printer yet. But the day that I do, I'll probably make something for this Altoids tin. But for today's specific project, I decided that I would combine things that you would probably just throw away and insert them into the Altoids tin to make an SD card holder. And I think that we can actually make it work. So what exactly are we going to be combining? Well, we already have the Altoids tin. And I thought, you know what? Why not take an Amazon box like this one and chop it up and make inserts to put inside this Altoids tin. Now, a couple things that I thought that I would use is an X-Acto knife. I have like a little cutting board that I also bought at the dollar store, and maybe some hot glue would work really well, and I already have a hot glue gun at home. But if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can actually use, regular glue sticks or even liquid glue to put these things together. And if you don't have an X-Acto knife, you could probably get away with using a pair of scissors. So let's see if we can pull this off for this very easy to do project on this afternoon. So first things first, we're going to take this Altoids tin and we're going to take it to the bathroom to have it washed off. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, we're back. So now that we've cleaned up this Altoids tin, we're going to set it aside, and now we're going to focus on cutting down the cardboard that we have lying around here. And let's see if we can actually get it to this right size. So I want to try to trace the bottom of this Altoids tin and then just trim just enough so that the insert fits in just snug right here in the bottom. So the process to build this little Altoids box here isn't really all that bad. I thought it was going to take me at least 30 minutes, but it took me about an hour. And I'm going to tell you why. I took the cardboard box that I was using and I cut it up with the X-Acto knife. And right away I noticed that this X-Acto blade here isn't really sharp. So if there is a certain suggestion that I would give for you pros out there, go and sharpen this, because I'm not a professional at this and this needs to be sharpened. Second thing that I noticed was that it's a very time-consuming process, meaning I had to take this Altoid box and actually stencil it out basically and trace out where I wanted the cardboard inserts to go. And I also noticed that I was going to need more than just one piece of cardboard. Obviously, it's just a layered process. So I went ahead and I had to layer about 6 pieces of cardboard. So now you know, for you builders out there, if you're going to build any sort of inserts using cardboard that's from Amazon, only 6 layers to get it to where you need it to be. Easy, not really hard to remember. And I cut it all down. I traced out exactly how I wanted it. And on top of that, I had to cut every single one out one by one. Now, is that time consuming? Yes. But then again, this is a temporary solution to something that in the future, I will be 3D printing for this case. This is going to be something 3D printed. And because it's made of cardboard, it's temporary. And it can work for a long term. But yeah, this is a short-term solution, and I really don't recommend anybody, go out and do anything crazy with just cardboard. So after cutting everything down and having traced out exactly where I wanted the SD cards, I had to cut down each individual hole so that later I could actually go ahead and stack them one by one, and ultimately it came out exactly as you see right now. And then, funny enough, I was rummaging through my bag and I found that I actually left one of those cardboard koozies that you get at Starbucks or pretty much anywhere you go that has coffee and you don't want to burn your hands, so you had that little koozie paper thing. So yeah, I had one of those in my bag and I said, dude, this could be perfect for this project. So I went ahead and I grabbed that, tore out the sides, and I used the center one. And lucky enough, the size is pretty perfect for what I needed it to be. So I traced out the SD card slot again. I actually used the other one of the layers of the cardboard. Wow, almost dropped it. So I used a layer from one of these to actually trace out where I wanted the SD cards to go. I cut that out again. And ultimately, I used that as a cover for the top because I didn't want all the cardboard to be showing, and I wanted to make something really nice and smooth for the top so that it looks really nice and it doesn't look cheesy and all cut up and doesn't look presentable enough. But lucky enough, now we have an SD card holder made from an Altoids tin, and I mean, look at that. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little sloppy. I get it. It's a little sloppy because I'm no professional, and I know that there's probably a few professionals out there that probably have been watching this and been cringing at the terrible job that I do, but nonetheless, it actually works. This actually does store SD cards really well, and surprisingly so. I mean, look at that. You just grab the SD card, stick it in there, and there you go. Now, one thing that I did notice is that because I cut it out in the perfect shape, it will tend to slip inside the case. So then you're gonna have to tap it a few times for it to come out. Once again, this is a temporary solution to a problem that later on we can just 3D print once I have a 3D printer. So yeah, it works really well, and it's a great way for you to separate your SD cards. And yeah, man, it's perfect. And it fits within your case. Nobody's really going to be checking your case or wherever you're, sticking this in for SD cards. It's very stealth. It fits into your case, and no one's really going to question whether or not you're actually storing Altoids in here because, let's be honest, why not use an Altoids tin to store your SD cards? Because it's pretty ingenious and it works really well. So that is how I have officially built an SD card storage out of an Altoids tin with literal crap that has been lying around, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this build. Now, in the future, I will revisit this. Don't think that this is going to be it for the Altoids tin. I will have more projects that we can do that can fit right inside these 4 walls inside this tin case. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have any plans in the future to make anything out of Altoids tins, please let me know. And I would love to see your ideas right down below in the comments of this video. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when this video, or videos like this video, I should say, go live on this channel. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next project and in the next video.